Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel 3A Its Services. This is second part of Cisco router mode. There are 5 iOS modes: user mode, privileged mode, global configuration mode, setup mode, ROM monitor mode. Global configuration mode has various sub-modes and they are interface mode, sub-interface mode, line mode, router configuration mode. Let's talk about interface mode. Interface mode is indicated with the router config-if hash prompt next to the router name. This mode mostly used to configure physical interface of Cisco router, which are Giga Ethernet 0/0, Giga Ethernet 0/1, and so on. These commands are available in interface mode. Here you can see how to configure an IP address in interface mode. Now let's talk about next sub-mode of global configuration mode, which is sub-interface mode. Sub-interface mode is indicated with the router config-subif hash prompt next to the router name. This mode mostly used to configure sub-interface of Cisco router, which are Giga Ethernet 0/0.1 or 1.1. You can execute all these commands in sub-interface mode. Here is an example how to configure an IP address in sub-interface mode. Now come to line mode. Line mode is indicated with the router config line hash prompt next to the router name. Line mode used to configure console port, telnet, auxiliary port, etc. You can execute all these commands in line mode. In this example, you can see how to configure telnet in line mode. Last sub-mode of global configuration mode is router configuration mode. It is indicated with the router config router hash prompt next to the router name. Router configuration mode used to configure IPv4 OSPF routing protocols. Here is a list of commands available in line mode. In this example, you can see how to configure RIP2 routing protocols. Now let's talk about setup mode and ROM monitor mode. Setup mode enters the system configuration dialog from command line. ROM monitor mode, also known as ROMmon. This mode is used for troubleshooting purpose. Sometime you get an error, no valid image found in Cisco router. Config command is used to change the value of configuration register value to ROMmon mode. Thanks for watching video. Have a good time.